at Trindle Brown said, "It's funny how Tyler Perry chose divorcees to play divorcees." This is a comment from Ball Alert's interview hosted by Angie B from Cory Hardrict and Meagan Good. After I saw this interview yesterday, I strolled through the comments, and this is where someone made this statement, and Jeremy from Our Kind of Entertainment's channel, he also echoed the same sentiments. I've pinned this interview in its entirety from Ball Alert TV down in the comments, so if you haven't seen it, make sure that you check it out. And I have to admit that after watching this interview, I felt a little better because on my trailer breakdown, I had a little bit of a different viewpoint, and I'll leave that video linked above and below. But from all the clips that had him in it, and I'm talking about Cory, I thought that his character was very, complex, of course, very static. But after listening to the interview, Cory's character, Dallas, does contribute to the story's major plot developments after all, and I'm not sure if we'll get to see them all displayed in the movie, but the character does, in fact, have a backstory. Now, Cory said something interesting during this interview, and I wanted to talk about it because whether this was Tyler's strategy or one of his selling points for the film, and I honestly don't think that it was, but Cory may agree in part with some of the comments left under the video. Another viewer stated they both understand the process of divorce in real life, so when they act, they're relatable to the characters. Another viewer chimed in to say, "It's not funny, it was a smart move on his behalf because nobody is in a relationship and he knew it was going to get some traction. They will be focused for the character, love it, smart move." Now, I can say from a director's perspective, when I've cast for projects, whether it be for a TV commercial, poster ads, stage plays, TV shows, no matter which one, you're really just going in hopeful, for lack of a better term. Now, Tyler Perry has the kind of clout, money, power, influence to just choose from a plethora of actors that would love to work with him. So I'm sure he doesn't have these type problems, and I'm sure he doesn't have to use the real events of someone's personal life to sell a film. But for other smaller producers and directors, you're really hopeful for a lot of things, right? For one, you hope that everyone who auditions for the role is well qualified. You want to be sure that they're available to film for however long the project is. You want to make sure that you're able to not only cast the project, but to double and sometimes triple cast the role to avoid any hiccups that may come along during the process. Now, if an actor has a large social media presence, that's always a plus. And if they have a personal story that connects with your project, that's a huge plus, but not really in the forefront, like when you're casting for the role. This is only my opinion based on my experiences as far as I know. This could have been his thought process all along. Hell, I don't know. But there were others who had a hand in producing this film, including Meagan herself. So it's not all Tyler this time, guys. So I'm not sure if any of this connected, some of the dots for them in their production meetings, but it's something that has people wondering and talking, okay? And Cory was asked by Angie B, how has playing Dallas helped you heal or given you insight that has helped you in your personal life? And this is how he responded.
Like I said, without getting into my personal life, I just feel like, we all go through things in life, and, sometimes you need outlets, and this film was a big outlet for me to get it all out, and put it all into the camera. Absolutely. So every emotion that I was channeling during, those times, I was able to display it. Mm-hmm. So it was real and it was honest.
Now, he also said that when he was introduced to his character, Dallas, he wanted to know if he could bring some realness to the character, some rawness, some true authenticity, so that he can really sink his teeth into the role and deliver 100%. And it was all there. So he felt that he could add to the character and chose to play the role. He also added that every emotion that he was experiencing during those times, and he was able to display it on camera. And this is what made it real for him, and it helped him out a lot. So everyone needs an outlet, y'all. No one is exempt from life, right? We're all flawed, and no one is perfect. Cory's words, not mine, but this is so true. Cory is a great actor, so whatever role he has, he's going to do a great job, in my opinion. Whether he's experienced in it or not is beside the point. This is why we call it acting. And his character, Dallas, is very complex. with lots of layers. And he's a man who has unhealed trauma from his childhood that he never recovered from, that carries over into his adulthood. And Cory admits that they are nowhere the same. So we have to know where to draw the line between fact and fiction when it comes to TV and film. Now, I really hope that the actors' personal lives don't overtake the shine of this project, because it appears to be a great piece of work from our beloved Tyler Perry. Now, this is a side note here about this interview, a little story time, if you will. Now, when you watch the interview on Baller Alert TV, check out the people in the background, okay? The people that are behind the couch. It slick reminds me of when I was a little girl and my grandmama would have this stern talking, right, with me and my cousins. Every time she would have somebody important over to the house, like, I don't know, the insurance man or somebody, right? And she'll say, don't y'all come out in the living room until he leaves. But you'd always have this one cousin who just gonna go out there anyway. And they'll get a whipping every time. As soon as he left, whipping time, right? I never got whippings though. Trust me, it was never me. But it was as if the people in the background just didn't see this whole camera setup over there in the living room. They had cameras, lights, photographers, stars, actors, the interviewer, microphones, all of this stuff in place. And you mean to tell me you just gonna walk through the interview in the background? Like, come on. It was so funny because it was just not one person. I think they did it twice, right? So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video and the little laughs and giggles. If you liked the video and plan on watching all of Tyler Perry's movies that he's agreed to do on Prime, then go ahead and sub to the channel, because I'm gonna be watching and I hope that you will too. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on Ruthless Radio, and I'm gonna see you on the next one.